No Sexton for Ireland as they face a strong Italian side in Rome. My name is Mark. Let's talk rugby. Okay, so teams are out for Saturday's clash between Italy and Ireland. So it's on Saturday 25th of February at Stadio Olimpico. Kickoff is 2:15 GMT. In terms of the last six in the Six Nations between these teams, 2022, Ireland 57, Italy 6. 2021, Italy 10, Ireland 48. 2020, Ireland 50, Italy 17. 2019, Italy 16, Ireland 26. 2018, Ireland 56, Italy 19. 2017, Italy 10, Ireland 63. So a lot of them, big wins for Ireland. This, though, is a much improved Italy side, so the score may be closer than that, maybe somewhere around the 2019 result. Odds: Italy 20-1, Ireland 25-1 on. The draw is 80-1, so the bookies, really backing Ireland in that one, and world number one, you can kind of see why. Let's have a look at the teams. So first of all, Italy, we got Capozzo at full back, then Padovani on the right wing, centers Brex and Menincello this time. Got Pier Bruno on the left wing. Garbisi is there at 10, Stephen Varney at 9. Into the forwards then, we have Fischetti, Nicotera and Ferrari are the front row. Canone and Ruza continue as the second row. Back row of Negri, Lamoro and Canone is becoming quite familiar. And Lamoro is the captain. Then onto the replacements, you have Bigi, hooker replacement. Then front row is Zani and Riccioni. We have Iacchese and Pettinelli. And then we also have in the backs Fusco. Morisi drops to the bench and Allen on the bench as well. In terms of Ireland then, we have fullback Keenan, Hansen on the right wing. Centres are Ringrose and Aki this time. Low on the left wing. Partnership at halfbacks then is Ross Byrne and Craig Casey. We have in the pack, Porter, Kelleher and Beelum are the front row. Henderson and Ryan the second row. Doris, Vanderfleer and Conan the back row. Then onto the bench we have Sheehan, Kilcoyne and O'Toole are the front row replacements. Baird and O'Mahony finish out the forward replacements. Conor Murray, Jack Crowley and Stuart McCluskey as the back replacements. Then in terms of caps for the different teams, so in terms of the backs for Italy, 126 to 172 for Ireland. Forwards, 213 for Italy, 323 for Ireland. The starting 15s then, 339 for Italy, 495 for Ireland. Bench, 211 for Italy, 284 for Ireland. So fairly comparable there on the bench in terms of the experience they can bring on. Then the total, 550 for Italy and 779 for Ireland. Okay, so Italy, it's been 10 years since they've beaten Ireland. That was a 22-15 win in Rome. So a while since they beat them. They have beaten Ireland, I think 4 times. They won actually 3 of the first 4 back in the kind of late 90s, 96, 97, I think. So yeah, won 3 of the first 4 between these teams, but not so much in recent times. They've gone for a 5-3 split this time, which kind of differs. They went 6-2 in the first 2 rounds. We have Garbisi back after a knee injury, kept them out of the first 2 rounds, so they got their first choice 10 in there. And because of that, then Tommaso Allen drops to the bench. We also see that Menoncello has moved from the wing into the centres, and Morisi drops to the bench to accommodate him. So we'll see how Brex and Menoncello go there in the centres. Pretty excited to see that. Bruno then is promoted from the bench up to the right wing. Or is it? Sorry, is he on the left wing or right wing? He's on the left wing. Then we have Ferrari and Riccioni swap again. So Ferrari is starting this time. Riccioni is on the bench. Pettinelli replaces Polledri on the bench, covering the second row. And then just in terms of how Italy have been going, like line-out has been a bit of a strength of theirs. Might be somewhere that they try and target Ireland, depending on, how the game goes. But they have been trying to keep the ball in play a lot. So maybe they're not going to have that many line-outs in the game, but it has gone, has been a big strength for them so far this year. Maul defense, not so much. Going to be a big worry. Was very poor against England. Definitely going to have to improve for this, because like Ireland have a decent attacking maul as well, and you could see Kelleher or Sheehan maybe scoring a try or two in the game if they don't improve. Then just something in terms of their attack, like France tried to get to the edge of the Irish defence because there is space out wide against Ireland. It's definitely something that Italy are going to try and do, with the likes of Capozzo and Bruno back in the side there as well. So look out for that, them trying to get the ball wide a bit early and exploit that space that is out there. In terms of Ireland then, so they're obviously one of 2 teams still chasing Grand Slam, themselves and Scotland. They're going to have to win without Sexton, which I think is a good thing, because we've talked about before over-reliance on Sexton. I think now Byrne really has stepped up to the plate, and we got Crowley there on the bench as well to hopefully get some game time, maybe 20 minutes at the end. So just seeing, especially because this is a much improved Italy side as well, seeing how Byrne manages the game when maybe things aren't going to go the way for the whole game is going to be nice to see. We have 6 changes from the side that beat France in Dublin. Aki is at inside centre. McCluskey drops to the bench. So those who kind of just swapping positions there. Ross Byrne, as I said, starts at 10 in place of Sexton. Got Crowley coming onto the bench. So he is an exciting young talent for Ireland, and basically kept Carberry out of the squad. Carberry was called in for training during the week after a great display again for Munster. He's really come back to form, so maybe we will see him at some time before the end of the Six Nations. If not, probably will see him in the World Cup warm-ups. Craig Casey is in at 9. Murray is on the bench, so a good chance for Craig Casey to show what he can do from the start. Murray, I feel, has been excellent in the first 2 rounds with Gibson Park out, and he's shown that he can deliver that fast game that Ireland thrive on. He was last year, he was kind of a bit ponderous at the base of the ruck, so he's definitely worked on that and just focused on getting moving the ball as quickly as possible. Ronan Kelleher starts the hooker with Herring out. Sheehan is on the bench. So I think it's probably injury enforced, but we're seeing some good rotation with the hookers. Ireland do have decent depth there with those three guys that I mentioned. Also got young Tom Stewart coming through at Ulster as well. I still think he's going to be a possible bolter for the Rugby World Cup. Then Ian Henderson is in for the injured Ty Byrne in the second row. Ryan Baird is covering on the bench. Baird has actually been playing a lot of his rugby at 6 for Leinster recently, but he can definitely still lock for them there, so there shouldn't be a problem. Doris switches to the blind side as Conan comes in at number 8 and Peter O'Mahony drops to the bench. So I don't think this is anything to do with, a bad display by O'Mahony. It's more that Farrell probably wants to see how Conan goes starting at 8. And O'Mahony will definitely do a job off the bench, and I would probably expect him to come back into the starting side against Scotland. But it's a very strong side overall. In past years, we might have seen some more players from outside of the 23 coming in to get game time. But it's a mark of how improved Italy are this year. Ireland are taking no chances, just showing respect to that Italy side. I feel with that, it's should be an Ireland win, but always feel nervous until the game gets going. You kind of see which way the wind is blowing, as it were. But Ireland should win. On paper, you're probably looking at something similar to maybe 2021, where Ireland won by 48-10, something around there. But I'm expecting this Italy side are more free scoring than certainly last year, where they only scored 6 points against Ireland. But I'm expecting Italy's total to be higher and the game to be closer. But Ireland should have enough to beat them with something to spare as well there. But yeah, it's going to be an exciting game on Saturday, and as always, I'll have the review of that game as well. So watch out for that, and I also have previews of England, Wales, and France, Scotland as soon as the teams come out.